First, I want to say hello to everyone at the One Economy Town Hall in New Orleans. New Orleans is a very important place to you, I know, and it's a very important place to me, which is why I've done so much work there. I announced my presidential campaign from the lower Ninth Ward of New Orleans. I have been back and forth to New Orleans many times, including taking 700 college kids to New Orleans to work during their spring break. So I'm really proud of the fact that you're conducting this town hall there. I also want to thank you for your focus on building one economy and your focus on the issue of poverty in America. I want to address the two questions that you're concerned about. First, why is poverty such an important issue in this country? And then second, very specific public policy proposals about what we should be doing about poverty. You should all know that this is a passion in my life. It's very central to my campaign. I started a poverty center at the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill. I was the director of that poverty center until this campaign began. And I've done a lot of on-the-ground work on the issue of poverty all over this country. And a few weeks ago, I had a book come out called Ending Poverty in America, which lays out a comprehensive agenda for what we can do about the issue of poverty. So obviously, this is an issue that is near and dear to my heart. It's obviously important to you. The book that I just spoke of was edited by me and two of my colleagues, and it has proposals from a whole group of experts on poverty in America. So if you get a chance, you should take a look at it. Why does poverty matter? For America to be what we're capable of being, both at home and abroad, we have to be an example of what's possible. We have to be an example of good. We have to have the capacity to address the big moral issues that face us, both here at home and in the world. Otherwise, we don't have the moral authority to lead, and it's hard for the American people to be proud of what we're doing together as a national community. This is the great moral issue facing America at home. We have 37 million people who wake up every single day worried about feeding and clothing their children. It says something about our character, what we're willing to do about it. And I know there are a lot of people who say, oh, there's nothing you can do about poverty in America. We fought a war on poverty. That's just not the truth. There's a great deal we can do. But what we have to remember is this is not, this 37 million is not a statistic. It's not just a number. These are real human beings and real lives. For example, having been to community action centers all over the country, over 100 places over the last few years, I've met a lot of folks who told me their stories. And in Kansas City a couple of years ago, a lady told me about the work she was doing at $9.50 an hour. She's a single mom. She had a number of children, and she couldn't pay her heating bill. So what she did is she put her children in bed every night, fully dressed, put lots of blankets and covers on top of them, and asked them to hug each other to try to stay warm. And then when they got up the next day to go to school, she sent them off to school with an admonition: please don't mention this to anybody at school because they'll come and take you away from me. And she said to me, how can somebody work full-time like I do and still live like this in America? Well, they shouldn't. It's not okay. And those pictures that came out of the Ninth Ward of New Orleans after the hurricane hit, the entire world saw them. And they want to know what we're going to do about this. And when I'm President of the United States, poverty will be back on the national agenda. So thank you again, One Economy. Thank you all for participating in this town hall. Thank you for having me.